Okay. Hey, y'all. We are actually still working on 3.1. I don't know why it won't let me zoom out anymore. Usually it gets really small, so we're going to try to work with this. It's always something though, right? I swear. Okay. So this literally is like the exact setup of a problem on your homework. It says to consider the function f of x equals 2x squared, a negative 24x, and a negative 2. So I want you to find your A, B, and C parts of this problem. For A, it says without a graph, find the minimum or maximum volume. Why did I say volume? Value. And then for B, it says find the min or the max, and then where does it occur? And then for C, it wants to know the domain and the range. So we don't actually have to graph this function to know if it's a minimum that exists or if it's a maximum that exists or any of the other questions that it's asking us. Let's see. There's a way. I don't know how to do it. Let's see if I can figure it out. That would be copy. And then, I really thought that I could is that paste? Haha. Okay. Oh, you know what I should have done was the function. And copy and paste. Oh, look, it let me go smaller. Okay, that's honestly all I care about right now. A little bit of overlap there, not a problem. My concern was it being so large, Let's do this. Consider this function. Screen's dancing around. My function is, are you leaving? Yeah. Bye, baby. Will you shut the door, please? Yes. Thank you. Yeah, the big one. Thank you, babe. The function is f of x equals 2x squared, negative 24x, negative 2. So I need to find certain things about my a. If you look at your function, my a value is 2, which is greater than 0, which means it's opening up, which means it does this, which means that it is going to have a minimum. So what we would put there for our answer is minimum. Minimum. My kid's friend is leaving. That's the noise that you hear. Okay, so for B, so we're going to find, because it's opening up, there's a minimum. If it was opening down, for an example over here, if it was opening down, then it would do that, and that would mean that it has a maximum because it's going to be the highest point of our parabola. But this one, it's opening up, which means it has a minimum. So we did find the minimum. Now it wants to know where does it occur. So the way we figured that out is we're actually going to do the negative b over 2a because that's my x. Let's find the minimum. Okay, so my x, because this is where the minimum occurs, is at your x coordinate. And my x value is found by doing negative b over 2a. So what I do here is I look, and my b was a negative 2. So I've got was a negative 24, sorry. I've got a negative 24 over 2 times 2. Okay, so negative times a negative is going to give us positive 24 over 4. 24 divided by 4 is 6. This is my x value. And what we learned when we were finding our x and finding our y was that the way we find our y value is to take what we found for our x value and to actually plug it into our function. So what I get is 2, and that's going to be times 6 squared, and then we have a negative 24 times 6, we have a negative 2. So we have f of 6 is Well, 6 squared is 36 times 2. I did all of this in my calculator already, and I got a negative 74. So this is my y value, and my x value is at 6. The way you write this is we have a minimum value, negative 74, because on our graph, definitely, of course, I messed up the line. If we were to graph this, they're saying that our minimum value is here at our y equals 74. And so we say minimum value is negative 74 at our x value, which is 6. And that definitely, my lines are messed up. I can give you a better example here. So it would be, this is 6, this is 74. Kind of makes sense? That's how you would write it. Our minimum value is negative 74, and it happens at x equals 6. Okay, so for our domain, what we have is a polynomial, which is all real numbers. And then for our range, well, let's know why I deleted that. For our range, that was x equals 6, right? And then this is y equals negative 74. And it says to do it without a graph, but I am, going to give you a visual representation as well. You just wouldn't need to draw a graph. Like, it wouldn't be a part of your answer as far as getting points or anything for a problem like this. If you look at your range, you're talking about your y values. And if you hold your pencil and you scoot up the y-axis, I noticed that I actually get to negative 74. That's where I start at. So we would do a bracket, negative 74 up to positive infinity. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If y'all have questions, make sure you ask me. Thanks. Bye.